Hi everyone, happy Sunday. I hope you're all doing well and keeping safe. I am back with another Sunday story, and I wish for you to really understand this because it's a very short story. But if you just try to apply this one thing on a daily basis, it can actually change the way you deal with acute stresses of your life. Okay, so this is how the story goes. Once upon a time, there was an old lady, and she was just walking and she was just on her way back home from her work, and she saw three workers just digging up and putting out sand and making a building and just doing some construction work. And she just went and talked to all three of them. She went to the first worker and said, "What exactly are you doing?" So the worker says, "Oh, this is a task for me. It's a construction job, and I just have to do it. It's like it's such a task for me, but I have to do it." She's like, "Okay." Then she moves on to worker number two, and she tells him and she asks him, um, "What exactly are you doing here?" The worker replies, "I have to make ends meet. I need to feed my children. I need to feed my wife. I'm the only bearer for my family, and that is why I have to show up and work every single day." The lady said, "Okay." And then she moved on to the third worker. She went up to him and asked him, "What exactly are you doing here?" And the worker number three replied, saying, "I am building the most magnificent building the city is ever going to see." So think about that one more time and just imagine how three people doing the same work, working for the same goal, but three different state of minds, three different perspectives, and that changes the game. So they are still working under the same circumstances. They are still doing pretty much the same job. Their ultimate goal is probably the same, to construct the building, but the way that look at the construction changes how they feel. And you can actually feel the energy from all of the three workers when you just imagine what each one of them said. So if you can just go back and just use your imagination, you can actually feel the kind of energy that the worker 1 was emitting and worker 3 is going to emit. So a lot of times, we do things because we have to do them, or we want to achieve something, and we believe the hard way is the only way to reach to a success or to achieve something. So very simply, let's take for example exercising. Okay, we have workouts for like pilates, we have yoga, we have strength training, we have kickboxing and all of the fancy stuff. But let's say there are two people who show up at the gym at the same time every single day. They are working with the same trainer or whatever, and they have so both of them wish to lose fat and gain a good amount of lean muscle mass. But one girl shows up and she's like, "I hate doing this, but I have to do it because that is what my body needs, and that is what I need to do to achieve how I wish to be in my mind's eye. So I look at myself in a certain way, and I have to do it. I have to do some deadlifts, some squats, I have to put on weights. I absolutely don't like doing it, but I think if I want to get some lean muscle mass and toned and lose fat, I guess that's the only way." And she shows up, and they've been both working out for 30 days, 40 days, 60 days, but the girl one is never going to see a result. In fact, she's going to end up hurting herself because her body and mind are not coordinated, they are not connected, they are not working towards the same goal. So mind says, "I don't want to do it," heart says, "I don't want to do it," and the body, just because of the way it looks on the outside, they want to do it. And then there is girl number two who shows up. She's enjoying, she's having fun, she's learning how to lift weights and how to do the work, and just how to exactly she wishes to actually see how the body transforms, how beautifully the body can segregate between fat and muscle, and how quickly the fat melts away, how beautifully the body can put on muscle tone and muscle mass and just give you that lean toned muscular shape. And she shows up, she enjoys. When she does not feel like doing it, she won't do it, she would find something else. She would do some yoga, some pilates, or maybe she would not do anything at all. She might just end up going for a walk or something. So two people aiming for same kind of goal, aiming for same kind of result, still end up feeling. So one person is going to actually achieve the goal and not feel like crap at the end of the day. But at the same time, another girl, she's going to feel like crap. She may or may not get the results because her body is not present. And at least with me, I am a firm believer. if your body and mind are not connected and you are mindlessly doing things just because you have to do it, it could be a job, it could be being in a relationship, it could be achieving a goal. I personally believe that it's very shallow and empty, and even achieving that kind of body is not really going to make you feel anything, because what did you gain out of it? What did you learn? What did you become? What did you change? What exactly did you do to become this person that I'm seeing today? So, do you see how? There's this saying that says this world is only as good or as bad as you think of it to be, and it is so true. So there are two types of people. Social media is bad and celebrities are bad, and there is so much of nepotism, and this killed this person, this killed that. I never wish to watch movies, I never wish to watch TV, and I never wish to watch anything, and I don't wish to follow celebrities and actors and actresses. And there is so much of noise, there is so much of contamination. Media is so fake, TV is so fake, social media is so fake, Quora is so fake, YouTube is so fake, people on YouTube and Quora are so fake. They only keep on whining about these things as if the whole world is evil. Okay, and at the same time there are people who would say, yeah, okay, so there is good, there is bad, and it's up to me. At the end of the day, I have the power to choose what I have to choose that would feed me and help me and just make me feel better. So I don't go around saying I don't like celebrities and I don't like actors and I don't like nepotism and this is that, this is that, this is that. No. If I really don't like it, why would I even waste a second of my life doing it, thinking about it, or talking about it? I would rather talk about something that I love, something that I enjoy. So, if you're constantly focusing on the bad, of course, the world is an evil place to live in. But if you can focus on the good, if you can look at the humanity, if you can look at beautiful people, beautiful things, great organizations, great people doing beautiful things just to be more human for someone else, even those kind of people exist. You need to look into yourself, and you need to introspect what exactly is making you feel like the world is an evil place. Is this evil really coming from the world, or is it your perspective towards the world? So many things are going wrong for so many people, but not everyone is depressed, not everyone is stressed, not everyone is just in bed crying or in a hole complaining and whining. It is so easy to blame that, I am unhappy because he didn't message me, I am unhappy because my boss reacted that way, I am unhappy because that person did not reply XYZ. But how is that their problem? What happens inside of your world, inside of your mind, your body, your internal environment is something that is so personal to you. Why on earth would you ever give this kind of power to someone else? It doesn't matter. As long as I have myself, by the end of the day, I have got me. I have got a hang on myself, and that's all that I need. And it's not like these things won't bother me, but I am there for myself to soothe me, and that changes the game. So, anything in life that you are not enjoying, it could be being in a relationship, it could be working for a job that exhausts you. I know so many people personally, and the only issue with their meal plan and with their form is the fact that they hate their jobs. They hate showing up. Monday to Friday is such a dreadful weekdays. I just don't want to show up. And relationships, I just don't want to speak to him, I just don't want to speak to her. It's like, it's a task for me to go home every day and look at him and look at her and be with them, and that is the only stressor of their life. So there are two things. You really need to sit back and look, is this person really causing an issue for me, or am I the one who is creating this problem for me? Because everyone knows that marriages go through trouble, relationships go through trouble, there is trouble at work, businesses have these kind of issues, every person has it. But not every person is sick, not every person is stressed, and not every person is depressed. So is it about you? Is it about the situation? Is it about the person you are dealing with? Is it about the outer environment? Is it about how hard your goal is? Or is it about you? And the minute I take the blame, I take 100% full responsibility for the way I feel. If I don't feel good, I won't say, oh, I read that comment and that's making me feel that way. Of course, am coming from a place like that where I have put the blame on you. No, you make me feel this way. No, you said that. No, you left me. No, you did this. But how is that helping me? How is it helping me grow? How is that the solution? It's still, I am still repeating my problems. And how am I ever going to feel okay and normal if I'm always repeating my problems? So I speak about solution. I take it on me. It's my fault. I misunderstood. It's my fault I left. It's my fault that I replied back to you. It's my fault that I've given you a place where you can just, be behind the phone and just tell me anything. And I let you and I give you a space like that. So, two things: either I should ignore you, or I can block you, I can remove you, I can leave you. And that's exactly what I do. And that is my secret. That is why I have a less than a handful of circle of people in my life around me. And I by no means I'm saying that leave your job, life, relationships, and loved ones, and have this kind of attitude until and unless it serves you. With me, it serves me. I cut off from people. I don't talk to them. I don't look at them. I don't think about them. I don't speak about them. I don't give them my energy. And that is how I keep myself sane. So if it's a problem and you are also standing in front of me repeating the problem, I am going to stand up and leave, because there is no point. Because there is no point in putting that kind of energy in a situation like that, which is going to drain me, drain you, exhaust us. And at the end of all of that, we are not even going to have a solution. So I'd rather save my energy and invest it in myself, and I'd rather construct the best building the city has ever seen instead of whining and crying. Have a great Sunday.